Nazareth Academy, the Roadrunners, and the Blue Thunder from Belvidere North. Nazareth comes in with a record of 29-7. Belvedere North is 39-2, best record in school history in their first trip ever to state, and they're one win away from a state championship. Let's meet the starters and coaches for tonight's 3A state championship game. Here's the public address announcer, Lance Lippert. Belvedere North and Nazareth Academy. Good to have you aboard here on the NFHSnetwork.com/IHSA. I am Scott Slocum. She is Laura Dornbos. And Laura, we have the 3A championship, the Roadrunners and Blue Thunder. Give us your keys to the game, please.
Well, first off, really looking forward to this game as both teams have high rolling offenses. But when you look at the keys for the game, Belvedere North, offense rolling, get it going from the beginning. They have powerful hitters. That's what they need. Serve receive yesterday, they were serve receiving at 91%, so have a good serve receive to start the match. And then Nazareth, well, they need serving. They had 6 aces yesterday to start the match, which will be much needed today, and they need to be a blocking wall against this Belvedere North team.
A walking wall, huh?
A blocking.
A blocking wall. Well, welcome to the jungle. Welcome to Redbird Arena. It's championship Saturday night. Belvedere will be on the left side in their navy blues, and Naz Academy will be on the right in those navy blue, but a little lighter. It gets lighter as they go down. So, just Naz on the right, Belvedere North on the left. Here we go. All kinds of college players in this game here tonight. We'll get you all those names and locations coming up in just a little bit. We got some Big Teners, got some Missouri Valley Conferences, got some Big 12s. We're all over the board. And based on crowd size, Belvedere North has a significantly larger crowd than Nazareth Academy does. I don't know what that means. It just means they have more people here.
Doesn't mean they're the loudest. It just means more people.
True. All right, serving will be Belvedere North from left to right. This will be Jaden Flynn, a 5'8" senior center. Entering play this weekend, 649 assists, and there's a great dig right off the bat by Grace Becky, but no one was there from her team, so point goes to Naz Academy, and they're off and on the board first.
Well, and that's Catherine Herta, and you are going to need to stop her if you're Belvedere. Not necessarily stop her, but keep her kills to a minimum.
There she is serving. Cross court they go, and that is out. They went to Ava Irvin, and she's a high flyer. The thing I was impressed with by Belvedere North last night was just their overall team athleticism. They're fast, they're springy, they got that quick twitch, as you coaches like to see.
Yes.
Outstanding dig by Jillian Grimes. Grimes again. From the back row, they get the kill from Lauren Salata, the 5'9" sophomore. Didn't hit it particularly well. That worked out well, because had she, Becky was back there waiting for it.
Both sides having great defense to start the match as far as getting the digs up and keeping the rally going.
Outside they go, and Grimes is on fire here in the early going. Just another day at the office for Jillian. Leiter, not able to get it down, dug by Herta. And another kill and a fast start for Naz.
Nazareth just looking so under control and just a nice, cool attitude about them as far as they don't get too rattled by too much.
Catherine Herta still at the line. Quick set in the middle, and Grimes there to clean it up. And then a misfire from Ivory Shodich. Finally a side out. 4-1 in favor of Naz Academy. Here's the Bradley-bound Caitlin Leiter. 5'9" senior outside. Good serve. And that is an ace. Again, not a real big team. 5'9", 5'11", 5'8". Then they do have 6'2" Rachel Scott, but extremely quick and athletic. What would you rather have as a coach?
You know, I think if you have that athleticism and you can beat teams with your athleticism, I think that bodes well for you.
3 consecutive points here for the Blue Thunder. Leiter will serve again. Good dig from Ireland Henry. That ball hit the pin. That'll be a side out for Nazareth Academy.
Well, right now, Belvidere kind of struggling to kind of get in motion as far as consistency, and you see them attacking and they're getting the digs up, but just unable to execute.
Maybe some nerves by both teams, right?
Yeah.
It's not like these are perennial powers or anything like that. Great effort by Scott. But then a double hit. Points for Naz. I mean, Naz has been here once. They finished third in 19. And they lost to Sterling and then beat normal U-High for third place. And for Belvedere North, they've never been here. That's what I like about this matchup tonight. We have some new blood.
Yeah, absolutely. And the excitement that comes with it, but also the nerves, too.
Yeah, that's right. There's definitely a different feel playing in a state championship game. Rachel Scott. Jillian Grimes has been unbelievable so far. A bump by Leiter. Batke will roll it over. There was Salata. Smart play. Catherine Herda.
What makes her such a weapon is she's the setter as well. So you see her in the back row, she's setting. When she's front row, then you have to worry about her hitting because she can hit really powerful. In fact, she's got 389 kills so far for the season with totaling 341 assists. So definitely evenly matched.
Naz keeps it alive. Their defense has been remarkable here in the early going. Not this time, though. Rachel Scott finally connects. She's like, what do I have to do? That was her sixth attack. Finally gets one down.
That can be so frustrating as a hitter, and you're just banging away, and your defense keeps popping it up.
That ball hit the pen. Point for Belvedere North, and it feels like, without looking at the scoreboard, like Naz has about a 4 or 5 point lead. It's only one.
Yeah, and that's a good point, is just that tempo and the attitude and momentum out there on the court.
Abby Reed in for Naz Academy. She received that serve. Gordon Henry back set to Badke down the line, and the undersized outside connects for the first time. How about that set from the libero, Ireland Henry, at 5'2", going over. That ball is long. Naz back on top. Scott for the back, and Jillian Grimes again. How many more can she dig? But no one was up top. Catherine Sant was the closest to it. We're tied again.
You see Belvedere really taking advantage of Scott, both in the front row and back row, to get the offense going.
So he's a UW Milwaukee future volleyball player. Betke sends over a high soft serve. Good dig from Leiter. They go to the back row to Ava Irvin. Couldn't get much on that. Outside Leiter. Point for Belvedere North.
Well, you bring up such a good point, Scott, as far as you look at Belvedere North, and they're just not this tall team, but they are so athletic, and they find a way to get a kill against a really tall block.
Yeah, that's their first lead. It's 9-8. Betke will serve. Good job by Abby Reed. Scott with an incredible dig. Outside Leiter. Ten to 8, Belvedere North on top. Once again, Grace Betke, Texas Tech is where she'll go. 5-6. And a nice dink over the top. Texas Tech's athletic director probably said to their head coach, you're recruiting a 5'6" girl. She's an outside, right? 5'6", really?
Well, sometimes, and I don't know what the plan is for her in the future, but sometimes outsides like that make great liberos in the future because they can read the ball so well.
Absolutely. But then once the athletic director would see Grace, they would say, okay, I get it. 10-10. Outside they go. And another kill for Catherine Herda, who's headed just across the border to Bloomington, Indiana. Not across the border from Normal to Bloomington, Illinois. Catherine with 4 kills, 3 digs, and an assist already. And that serve is long from Lauren Salata. 11-11, evenly matched. Needless to say here as you watch these girls go at it. Here's Ireland Henry. Herda in the middle, dig by Betke. Well done. And that was a double hit. I believe it was punched, never touched, and then punched again by, I think that was Jaden Flynn. Jillian Grimes. Ace. Grimes will make her way to Michigan State next year.
Definitely feel the momentum here as Nazareth serving really aggressively, and we talked about that too in the opening, how important serving is going to be.
Outside and outside the line, Caitlin Leiter tried to cut the corner there and misfired. And 4 in a row now for Naz. They were down 11-10. Now they're up by 3. Betke from the back row. A dig from Sant. Grimes again, making it look so easy. Over 1,500 digs in her career. Setting off just a little bit from Jaden Flynn. Misfiring a couple of times. Tried to go in the middle twice in a row to Ava Irvin. You can't give Naz that many chances.
No, and each time just a nice free ball over. I know they were trying to be aggressive, but the tipping is not going to work against Nazareth right now.
Not at all. Timeout taken by the Blue Thunder and Amanda Hicks, the head coach. She's been coaching for 16 years. She won 225 games at Boylan, 82 at Lutheran, and then she's won 122 at Belvedere North. But she's never won a trophy until this year. So 429 wins, 110 losses for Amanda Hicks.
That's one thing with coaching in general in the high school. You can go years and years without getting an opportunity to state and be so successful, but just never get to the Final Four or even a championship.
You're watching live coverage of the IHSA Volleyball Championships on the NFHS Network, presented by Country Financial. NFHSnetwork.com/IHSA is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Illinois high school playoff action. And we're here courtesy of Country Financial. Scott Slocum, Laura Dornbos, championship Saturday in Illinois girls volleyball. Naz Academy is in the midst of a 5-0 run. And Grimes, their MVP so far, sends that long. Care to guess how many digs Grimes has already without looking at the score?
Okay, I'm not going to look. 25.
10.
Oh, shoot.
25. Give her a little bit longer. We've only played 27 points. And that's a lift, and that'll be a point.
But she's been everywhere.
She has been everywhere. She's had 25 touches, I'm sure, but 10 official digs up to this point. Good dig by Jaden Flynn. Herda And that ball is wide, wisely left alone there from Catherine Sant. 3-point cushion for Nazareth Academy. Good block up front. I'll go to the left side. Again, that little roll isn't going to work against Naz. Scott blocked right back at her.
That's the wall we were talking about, the blocking wall that needs to be there.
Shodich and Austin combined that time. And Belvedere North is in trouble here, down 4 late in the first set. Another block. This time it was Catherine Sant.
And that was one-on-one with that block. Just really powerful, going right back to the middle back.
Rarely does the block make a louder sound than the hit, but that time it did. Today's event is available to download. Just click the digital copy button under the event video player to download a digital copy of the event right to your computer. And today's game is also available for all subscribers via the NFHS Network Live mobile app for Apple and Android devices. Download the app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store today to start watching live games wherever you are. But Nazareth, they're so efficient. They just do not make many mistakes at all.
No, they really don't. As you look at their hitting right now, they're hitting 167, but they have their opponent, Belvedere, hitting negative. So
negative, yes.
Lots of opportunities there, and a lot of that has to do with the blocking, the scheme, and the hitters. We talk about how Scott's rolled a couple shots, but there's a huge block in front of her, and the block has created that atmosphere for them to not take the risk that they normally would.
Here's Herta serving up 5. And Scott powers one through. Ivy Shodich was there, but Scott's going to win a one-on-one battle with most people. Here's Caitlin Leiter, who's battled knee and hip injuries. Most of this team has been injured. What's incredible is how some of the other kids, like a Bree Messenger, has stepped up when Leiter was hurt. And there's a little roll over the top by Bedke. Point for Naz. Yeah, when some of the starters were hurt early on, they didn't miss a beat. Bree Messenger, Aaron Morgan came in and stepped up, played well as a setter, and Jaden Flynn was dinged up. That's a deep team when you can keep winning when you have to go deep into your bench.
Yeah, and just to keep that momentum, too.
That ball is long and a much-needed side out for Belvedere North. Ranked 14th in the latest state poll from Max Preps. And a misfire that time from Ivy Shodich.
Well, Belvedere right now has the front row lineup that they need to be able to catch up as Scott and Becky are in the front row.
They get an opportunity here. Scott, and an incredible dig by Herta, but it's out of bounds. A run for Belvedere North, and they're within 2. From the back row, Ava Irvin hits it into the net. Well, I'm not so sure about that strategy with Betke and Scott both up front.
Well, definitely want to take advantage of the front row you have. But at the same time, with the block that Nazareth provided, it's what might have been open at the time.
Well, they do have so many weapons. Right now, 3-point lead, though. And that will be a lift. Ireland Henry had trouble with that serve. 21-17. 3A state championship hanging in the balance. Nice touch over the top by Rachel Scott. Abby Reed was too deep.
Well, in that case, Scott made the right decision from the standpoint that she had hit a couple of really hard balls to get them on the Nazareth on their heels, making the tip available.
Nice roll and the finish from Catherine Sant. Catherine's sister Ellie was a captain on that 2019 team and almost an ace. A wonderful serve receive, and that attack is hit out of bounds. And just like that, Nazareth Academy is on the doorstep of taking this first set. There was one point in this first set where you thought Belvedere North was going to take over, but that quickly ended, and Naz Academy had the run early and the run late. And that is long, and we are at set point.
Well, Nazareth has been able to side out over 52%, where Belvedere is sitting right at 40. So right now, statistically speaking, favor is in Nazareth.
Nazareth Academy. Impressive opening set. A little bit of a bump halfway through, but they righted the ship and cruised to a 25-18 first set victory. They're one set away from the 3A state championship. And this is IHSA Girls Volleyball from Redbird Arena, presented by Country Financial.
The IHSA Girls Volleyball Championships are presented by Country Financial. Country Financial is a proud supporter of the IHSA.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and they care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
We're back here at Redbird Arena. Scott Slocum, Laura Donbos here on the NFHS Network. Great to have you aboard. So, Belvedere North has an incredible run going here. 39-2. Their two losses were to Barrington and Mother McCauley. And they came back and beat Barrington, and both Barrington and Mother McCauley made the Final Four in 4A. The only team that was able to take them to 3, other than the two teams they lost to, was Lake Forest. Other than that, they have just steamrolled everyone.
So you're saying that Belvedere's got quite the challenge here, if statistically speaking.
Yes, they're not used to losing sets and coming back and winning. As far as Naz Academy, 5 returning starters or 5 returning players from that 2019 team that was down here. So they knew that they were going to be really, really good. And they are. I remember that. Remember that Sterling? I remember the Sterling Nazareth game. I loved that Sterling team a few years ago. They were so good.
They were.
Oh, when you talk about Nazareth Academy, you talk about Melissa Masterson. A Queen of Peace grad. She was Chicago Sun-Times Daily Herald Player of the Year when she played. She has done just a remarkable job taking over this program. In 2016, they were 14-18. The next year, 13-21. And then the light bulb came on. 2018, they were 31-5, 28-7 in 2019, and that third place finish. And this year, 20 9-7 now. So a remarkable turnaround. The Roadrunners under the direction of Melissa Masterson. I think they put a new sound system in here, didn't they?
It's nice and loud in here, isn't it? Just getting all the fans ready for the second set.
All right, we're set to go. Impressive end to that first set for Naz Academy, and back out onto the floor here with a cushion, winning that first set. Grimes picking up where she left off and almost getting her hand on that one as well and keeping it in play. And a point for Naz. Some numbers here, still negative territory for Belvedere North.
Yeah, they did. They didn't come out as much as their offense as, we talked about their keys. They have to get their offense rolling, whether it's Scott or Becky. But, there's still time for them here in the second set to kind of get the ball rolling.
They just can't seem to get it anywhere by Grimes. And once again, the block has been the big key.
Just to talk about the mentality piece of when you're a hitter and you're swinging away and you're swinging away and swinging away and it's getting dug, it becomes so frustrating that you start doing things outside of your comfort zone, kind of that bread and butter shot, just trying to get the ball down. So there's a lot that goes into the fact of being frustrated by a good defense.
Grimes again putting on one of the great libero performances we've seen. Jillian Grimes, if I had to name a player of the game right now, she's easily it.
She really dominates that back row, just being able to read the hitter so well, and you think, oh, there's no way she's going to get to that ball. It's hit too hard and too quick, and she's right there.
13 digs already, and many of the spectacular variety. And that is hit. And again, Scott tried to go away. She was thinking about the block. Quick start for Nazareth. Belvedere North is in trouble. It's early in the second set. Naz Academy is smelling blood and water. Grimes. And that is in, and another point for Naz.
Grimes being able to, it's not the fact that she just digs the ball, it's the fact that she gets it up to target to the setter every time, at least in a close vicinity where you can transition quickly and get the kill.
Well, you have to be one tough kid to play libero. In this modern day of hitting the ball 55 or 60 miles an hour?
It's definitely a different mentality. I think it's one of those that a libero wants to beat the hitter, and that mentality is different. And those are special athletes that do that.
Yeah, but I'd rather be the one sending it at 55,
exactly.
Not receiving it at 55.
Yeah.
5-2 side out for Belvedere North, and here's Caitlin Leiter. They need to get her going. Caitlin hitting -091, negative -091. That ball hit the pin out of bounds. That'll be another point for Belvedere North. Really the only one hitting, well, a couple of them in positive territory. Rachel Scott is at 133. Grace Bettke's at 143. Everybody else underwater. That is long. 5-4. Naz's lead is 1. And another point for Belvedere North.
It's kind of rare to see Nazareth with 2 hitting errors in a row, but there's something that's they're seeing up at the front row created by Belvedere to have those hitting errors.
Ireland. Grimes again. A diving dig. What they call a double hit, and that's unfortunate because Belvedere had an amazing job of playing that ball off the net. Six to 5, Nazareth on top. Zabby Reed with the serve. Rachel Scott straight down.
Rachel Scott's had more success hitting from the right side of the court, more so than the middle of the court. Just
that shouldn't be,
block.
Right? It's Rachel's 5th kill, make it 6. Jaden Flynn, the setter, does a wonderful job digging. Rachel Scott beat the block that time from Lauren Salata.
Yeah, so if you're Nazareth, you're really going to focus on pressing back in to be able to adjust to Scott's kills on the right side.
Belvedere North with a rare lead for a moment. It's short-lived. Scott again from the right. This time the block was successful. Petke from the left. It's cross court right to Reed. Petke will get the kill. You got to give some credit to Ireland Henry. She's the 5'2" libero in there. She's doing a really nice job setting.
Yeah, she really is. She's taking on that role while the setter digs the ball and takes the second contact. But what I was noticing is Nazareth with Grimes out, it's really important for Belvedere to get the hitting that they can.
It's really important also to feed Catherine Herda as much as possible if you're Nazareth Academy. This is Catherine Sant serving. Scott from the back. They try Irvin again, trying to get her going. Rachel Scott not happy with herself. She knew where that ball was going, just could not get there in time.
A nice placement there for Nazareth with Lauren Solano.
Back-to-back points by the Roadrunners, and they're back on top. Good dig from Abby Reed. Betke with a big hit.
She's really fun to watch in the front row because you definitely see she's outsized, but her power and her ability to hit around the block is right up there.
You can just look at her and she oozes competitiveness.
Yes.
That was a shot. Grimes handled it easily though. This is Leiter. Leiter rolled it over the top, and she's had a rough go so far. Still in negative numbers. Well, that'll help get her out of the hole. And it does. Gets her to 0-0-0. And that does not make it over the net. Kind of a lackadaisical hit by Catherine Herda, and it cost her team a point.
One of the things about Belvedere North that we saw yesterday with the semifinals is how they spread the wealth, though. They really have multiple players leading the team as far as kills tied. And today, right now, it's just Scott kind of leading the way. So they need a little bit more diversity as far as distributing that ball.
And Batke hits it into the net. Belvedere North with the lead. Checking back in for Naz Academy is Olivia Austin, 5'11" sophomore. Olivia is a three-sport all-conference. Or will be by the time she's a senior. They like her a lot. She'll get more and more time as some of these seniors on the volleyball team graduate. Ireland Henry will serve up by 2. And that is way long. If you remember, this was about the point in the last set that Naz finally kicked things into gear.
Yeah, and those 2 service errors in a row can really come back to Belvedere and hot.
Grimes again. I don't know how she's doing it. They go to the middle to Ava Irvin, and the UW Parkside bound senior gets a kill.
Well, Nazareth kind of needing to make that adjustment as they're trying to give all the balls to from the middle attack over to Grimes and finding a way for Belvedere to get around it.
That ball's hit off the block by Herda, and that'll be a side out for Nazareth Academy. Serving is Catherine Herda. East Suburban Catholic Conference Player of the Year. First time Naz has had the Player of the Year. Oh, what touch from Caitlin Leiter.
Well, that is twice now. Belvedere has tipped it right over the left front block for Nazareth to get the point there. As Nazareth needing to make the adjustment.
Great dig by Jaden Flynn. The ball just misses wide. Sub coming in for Naz, it'll be Abby Reed, who will go to Pennsylvania University in Philadelphia next year. Scott. Badke. That ball is out. Belvedere wanted a tip. They're not going to get it. It didn't miss by much.
Well, Abby Reed, she did kind of a matrix bend
Yes,
there
she did,
to avoid the ball.
Yes. Scott goes around the block.
Again, most of her success has come from the right side of the court when she's attacking.
And Scott wins the battle at the net. Chodich tried to just tip it over, and Scott was there to deny her. That's a big hit there and a big put away for Nazareth Academy. They needed that. That was Catherine Sant. One-point lead for Belvedere North. Naz up 1-0. 3A state championship. Right there for the taking. Oh, an incredible dig from Abby Reed. Oh, what athleticism by Scott. The set was off a little bit, or she maybe mistimed it, her jump, but she was able to get her hand on it and get it down.
That was great execution of a free ball given by Nazareth, which they don't often give. And you look at the hitting percentage for set 2 right now. It is negative. Nazareth with negative .040. So you look at set 1 versus set 2 right now, and Belvedere is really taking lead with 171.
And they have a 3-point cushion and a timeout taken by Nazareth Academy. The Blue Thunder from Belvedere North. So we were talking a little bit earlier about their coach, Amanda Hicks, and all the success she's had. This is her first trophy as a head coach. She played at Kishwaukee and then went to Midwestern State in Wichita Falls, Texas, which is like right on the Red River. Right there, Oklahoma. You know what she does for a living? I'm trying to stump you today. You'll never guess, so I'm just going to tell you. She's in marketing. She's the editor of a magazine. Guess what magazine she's the editor of?
I have no idea.
Just throw something out there.
People Magazine.
People Magazine? No.
Okay.
Welder Magazine.
Welder. I knew you were going to go. I almost said ag, something like agriculture, like Field and Stream or something. You know?
Welder.
Okay.
And the only way you can, get the subscription is if you're a welder or work for a welding company. I said, how did that happen? She goes, well, I'm an editor. Now I know a lot about welding too. So she's the editor of Welder Magazine. So if you ever read it, it's edited by the head coach of Belvedere North.
That's awesome.
See, stick with me. Nice touch on that serve from Scott. And nobody home.
We've had some interesting head coaches. We've had the chorus director, that was the head coach, and now we have the editor as well.
Yeah. And then Melissa Masterson played professionally in Sweden, and her husband, the assistant coach, played at Penn State, and he played in Denmark, Finland, Sweden. Coached Division I at St. Mary's in 17 for a year. So, yeah, some volleyball fields, some not volleyball fields. 19-16, Betke will serve. Betke with the dig on Herta. There's Grimes again. Her 21st dig. Oh, nice play by Jaden Flynn.
Jaden Flynn recognizing right there the opening. That's the first time she's attempted to dump in this set, so good awareness and seeing her block.
I tell you what, Naz is making Rachel Scott work though, right? She's having to cover the block, and she's been diving on the floor in front of us about 6 or 7 times. She's got to be gassed. Super dig there from Irvin. Jillian Grimes again. Lighter at a perfect angle, seemingly. From the back row, they finally hooked up Jaden Flynn and Ava Irvin. They've tried that now 4 times. That's the first time it's worked.
Yes, and that's exactly what's given them the lead, is being able to have that, be able to spread the wealth like they did yesterday to get them here to the championship. And it's really important against a good team that can play really good defense right now.
Oh, you're right about that. Today's event is available to download. Just click the digital copy button under the event video player to download a digital copy of the event right to your computer. Today's game is also available for everyone via the NFHS Network live mobile app for Apple and Android devices. Download the app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store today to start watching live games wherever you are. Naz wins the first set 25-18. Belvedere North in command here in the second set, 21-16.
Talk about a difference between set 1 and set 2. We kind of talked about it earlier, but just the hitting percentage by Belvedere North now hitting over 300. Amazing what a back row attack and a couple kills from Scott will give you.
Yeah, absolutely. Betke will serve. And there's the block, but it's out of bounds. Points for the Blue Thunder.
See Jaden Flynn just really making really crisp and good decisions right now as she's mixing up her hitters, finding them good opportunities to be one-on-one with the block.
Herta says enough of this.
Yeah, she flies when she comes in too with that power.
And she's got that Big Ten frame too. She is strong. This time they block her. And nice work up front. Maya Potter doesn't get many touches, the 5'10 sophomore. They don't go to the middle very often with her. So she took advantage of her one opportunity so far.
Well, and some of that is who can contact the ball second versus who can contact it first and finding the right angle.
And Ireland Henry tried to ease it over, put a little bit too much ease on it.
Well, you can see they're trying to go short and cause that confusion with Nazareth on the serve receive, or maybe just make it a little more difficult.
There's Grimes. Scott from the back. Herta.
Well, if Nazareth is going to make the comeback, it's going to be with Herta in the front row right now as Belvedere is having a hard time stopping her out on the outside.
9 kills for Catherine Herta. Grimes just waiting for Leiter every time she tees it up. Leiter gets the kill this time. The block goes out of bounds. Set point for Belvedere North. And serving will be Jaden Flynn. And she serves into the net.
2 missed serves so far from Belvedere. I know that it's game point, but still, those are little errors that give them momentum to another team to be able to come back.
Grimes, yet again. Scott will not be denied. And neither will the Blue Thunder. They force a third set for the 3A state championship. Naz wins set 1 25-18. Belvedere North wins set 2 25-20. These are the IHSA Girls Volleyball Championships presented by Country Financial.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
They ask, why are you training more?
They tell me it's just a game that we already practice.
I know. It takes dedication to earn greatness.
I might fall,
but I won't give up.
I have to work for it.
I put the time in to be better.
I didn't hope for it, I worked for it.
Champions keep going when others stop. So?
I don't stop.
I didn't hope for it.
I worked for it.
Redbird Arena, Scott Slocum, Laura Dornbos. We had so much fun in the first 2 sets. We're going to do this all over again. You ready?
I am ready. But what great action we've seen so far. And you know, if you're going to be in a state championship, I say go 3.
Why not?
Make it worth it. It is nice to see both sides actually have kind of their perfect game, both of them, at least in one set, where we saw Nazareth just dominating, but then we saw Belvidere kind of little slow start, but they came back and just kept pressing on.
And now they're dancing.
Yes, confidence going into that third set.
Why not? Coach is sitting on the sideline, putting together the lineup. So at this point, you don't change your style, but any minor adjustments. Let's look at Naz first, because as you mentioned, their hitting dropped off considerably in that second set. Why do you suppose that happened, and what can they do to make it go away?
Well, you did see some hitting errors, and a lot of it was more of just mishits or going out of bounds. So they're hitting a little long. If you look at Belvedere, I think one adjustment that they might be looking at is Scott had a lot of success on the right side. So Nazareth, maybe you're looking at a rotation change or try and get a blocking setup that might benefit you a little bit more against some of the hitters that Belvedere has had success with. So those are the little changes you can make. Otherwise, go with your bread and butter, start in your rotation. They got you here.
And Belvedere North probably wants to just keep the pedal down, keep being aggressive, keep spreading the wealth, which is what they've done. Scott with 11 kills, Leiter with 6, Irvin with 3, Betke with 3. So their big guns are all producing, and Irvin is the only one still in negative territory. So everybody's gotten out of the hole and gotten back to where they need to be.
Yeah, the other thing with Nazareth is they started the first set with a lot of good blocking. They got some points off of the block. They were frustrating Belvedere with the Grimes getting the 5 million digs as she's back there. And she's still getting her digs, but Belvedere's finding ways to get points and not become so frustrated with the fact that the defense is digging them up.
Now, I've watched a lot of volleyball, but you've watched much more and played a lot of volleyball. 27 digs through 2 sets.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. I even knew that. I don't know much, but I knew that.
That's a lot. And they're good digs, too. They're not just like, oh, we got them up and we're all scrambling. These are nice, what they call big box digs, right in front of that 10-foot area, nice target area for the setter to be able to run offense off.
And Grimes walking around high-fiving everybody, trying to get them fired up. Just follow my lead, guys. And here is Grace Betke. Her coach told me she plays like she's 6'5", even though she's 5'6". She doesn't know those numbers aren't flipped around. She thinks she's 6'5".
I agree with her coach, by the way. She is really fun to watch.
And that ball was tipped, and a good start. Caitlin Leiter usually goes cross court, but Grimes is waiting for her over here, so she chose another part of the court, and that was a smart move.
Yeah, good adjustment.
Betke will serve again. Free ball here for Belvedere North. And again, scrambling here for Naz. Oh, smart play by Jaden Flynn. You know, we had a lot of people talking about, you know, Tennessee and all these other schools, all these setters that we've seen down here this weekend. Jaden Flynn, she's going to Stephen Austin, which is a Division I school, but she has played on par with all the biggies.
She has, and she makes really good decisions, which is important as what you want from a setter. Being able to get your hitters in the most successful opportunity.
And a serve into the net by Betke. Side out point for Naz Academy, and they're serving now with Lauren Salata, the sophomore, 5'9". Scott from the back, too strong. Boy, they really feed the back line a lot, don't they?
They have more so than we've seen other teams this weekend do that. But you have great hitters back there, and it does allow essentially another 4th hitter. Right now, though, Flynn's in the front row, so that's kind of the 3rd hitter that they're looking for.
Net violation against Ireland Henry will serve for Belvedere, the 5'2" junior. That ball is in. Wow, what a swing from Jaden Flynn. Tell me what that was.
Well, that was pretty awesome. She was just taking care of business herself. It came right to her as perfect height. Well, she'll just send it on over.
Rachel Scott is laughing. The big hitter for Belvedere because she can't believe what she just saw. And that's a double hit by Rachel Scott. She was trying to feed lighter.
That's one of those contacts that if you take that second ball as a non-setter, it better be perfect because a lot of times it's a double contact.
Soft serve, Henry there. And Ava Irvin. Well, you start worrying about Leiter and Betke and Rachel Scott. Oh, yeah, there's another one. And she's every bit as good as the others. And off the block. That'll be a kill for Nazareth Academy. Let's see if they can get back on track here right now. Need to find Herta. Well, we see her now. She's serving. But somebody else is going to have to step up top there.
When you kind of mentioned it in the first set where it really felt like Nazareth was up by 20 and really they weren't. They were just up by a couple, but you kind of feel that way with Belvedere. They just have that composure about them right now.
And the break starting to go their way as well. That was a mistimed play, but Scott still gets it down for her 12th kill. Well, they've gone to her nearly 36 times. Betke hits that one into the net. Yeah, this is danger territory for Belvedere North. You're right, Laura. They feel like they're dominating, but they're only up by 1 point. And Naz, if they start playing that perfect volleyball again like they did in the first set, Belvedere North could be in trouble. And once Herta gets back on the front row as well. Scott from the right side. You've been calling it all day, Laura. Go to Scott when she's on the right.
Yes, she is just really successful. And Nazareth hasn't made the adjustment yet as far as taking more of her cross-court shot away. That's where she has scored. It's away from Grimes, so they need to make that adjustment.
It's a tough swing across your body, isn't it?
Yes.
Reed should have let that one go, but Grimes slides off the court and makes the save. Good effort by Reed, but too much heat from Rachel Scott.
Well, that was a great decision by Flynn there as Potter was going into the middle same time Scott was and really confusing the block there of Nazareth.
Great dig from Ava Irvin. That was a big hit from Lauren Salata. Again, it's Irvin. Henry showing a little skill from her libero position.
And that was close because I thought that might have been a back row attack by the libero.
Irvin, a rock on defense. Scott over the top and down.
When things are going your way, things are going your way. And right now, Belvedere just on fire. They're finding ways to score and really put the pressure on Nazareth.
Timeout taken by Melissa Masterson. You're watching live coverage of IHSA Volleyball from Redbird Arena on the NFHS Network, presented by Country Financial. NFHSnetwork.com/IHSA is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Illinois high school playoff action. Inside the numbers we go. Look what Belvedere North is doing here in this set. 389 hitting percentage.
Yeah, 389 compared to Nazareth right now, just above 0 with 71. So it is the pressure they've added and just having success against their block.
Still plenty of time, though, for the Roadrunners. They're very capable of making a comeback, getting Catherine Herta back involved. She's good enough to put her team on her back and carry them to the state championship. But that's not going to help. That was Ivy Shodich.
Well, that hitting percentage we talked about with Nazareth, hitting just above 0. That's another hit going against their percentage.
Ireland, Henry with the dig, and Betke will send it over. Well, what an effort. And finally the kill from Catherine Sant.
Exactly what Nazareth needed to kind of get the momentum going back into the game. Catherine Sant, she's second in the team right now with kills, but she's been pretty quiet set 3 so far.
6 kills on the night. For her, that ball was long, but taken anyway by Irvin. And Scott right down the line. What concentration, what timing. That ball was skied, and she was able to time everything perfectly.
And being a right-hand hitter, you're waiting for that ball to cross your left shoulder before you can hit it. It's definitely a difficult shot.
Set to Batke. She hammers one home.
Scott, you kind of mentioned earlier in the program as far as Nazareth being used to winning in 2 sets. And so I think it's interesting to see this 3rd set and how they respond to it, because right now it really feels like Belvedere just has everything going their way. They're finding ways to kill the ball, and Nazareth a little bit more back on their heels, not as confident in this situation. Yeah,
you're right. They have not lost a set in 9 matches literally until today, and you're right. Right now it's just the scrappiness of Belvedere North. They're flying around, and not that Nazareth Academy doesn't want it, but they've lost their confidence. They've got to get it back right now. It's late. It is 11 o'clock.
One of the other things that Nazareth did a really good job in the first set that they won was their serving was really aggressive, and it had Belvedere unable to have 2-3 hitters available for each set.
Rachel Scott, a steal, by the way, for UW Milwaukee, will serve. Once again, Ava Irvin, just an outstanding defender. Ireland Henry. Scott, way long.
She's laughing at herself on that one. That one went way out of bounds. She kind of turned around and was like, yep, I made that error.
Adke again. Grace Batke putting on a show here. Her 5th kill, she's got 11 digs, couple of assists, and now she'll serve. She's got a hard jump serve or a soft one. She goes with the jump serve here. Lift will be called against Potter. (13-8). Now is the time for a Naz run. Salata will try to start it off. Herta, back-to-back points for the Roadrunners. And Herta is where she is most effective.
Yes, right here in the front row right now is where she can pound that ball. You saw Jaden Flynn was trying to dump that ball over, and she was trying to hurry back to the block, and ended up Herta was using it.
Herta again. That is something to watch.
Not only is she powerful, but she's hitting 300.
Great dig from Salata. Herta. And I'd get a timeout right here if you're Amanda Hicks, and she'll take one because just like that, Naz back in the ballgame.
I'd say Herta has put her team on her shoulders right now, really key in those 4 points that Nazareth's been able to get back.
Yeah, we said after that last timeout when they walked out, she's good enough to carry him, and all aboard. 6'1" senior. Over 1,000 kills in her career, East Suburban Catholic Conference Player of the Year. And she is as good as advertised. Oh, yeah, and a 4-year starter, too, which is really hard to do at a bigger school, at any school.
Well, definitely in a larger school that we've talked about. In 1A, you see that you don't have as many kids to choose from, or maybe in your program or school, so you'll take the youth, but she definitely stands out.
Well, we love watching 3-set matches that are this close, but one of these two teams is going to be devastated.
Yes, because both have played so hard and have had some great rallies and great plays. It's been fun to watch.
Salata ready to serve. Down 2. They go to Potter. And a much-needed point for Belvedere North. And it's Jaden Flynn once again coming through.
She's really good at the joust up at the net. You know, it's not always about power and your height when you're jousting at the net. It's usually the second contact and pushing that ball over.
And Jaden Henry twice now in this set. She served long. And here is Jillian Grimes and her 30 digs. She does have an ace already. Little miscommunication there by Belvedere. Could cost them. And it does. You had Betke and that was Henry, I believe. They weren't sure who was going to take it, and then there was a little bit of a struggle for Jaden Flynn because of the miscommunication. It's a 1-point set now. And guess who's getting it? Herta. Grimes again, miraculously keeping it alive. Naz is back square.
And something they do so well is with their blocking. We talked about that. They needed to serve aggressively. They needed their blocking to be back in place, and they found a way.
They were down by 5 in this set and dead to rights. And now they lead. Leiter out, Messenger in. And she hasn't played much at all, so this is a big sub here for Amanda Hicks. And an ace. And another timeout taken by Belvedere North. They were starting to plan the victory party, at least the fans were. Not so fast, says Catherine Herta and the Roadrunners. IHSA Volleyball brought to you by Country Financial. 16-14. The Score was 13-7 just moments ago. What a remarkable run in a big game.
Well, the block kind of starting to hurt us, starting with those 2 kills right away, putting the pressure on them, and then Nazareth with a big-time block. And you can feel the tension now, kind of the hesitation over here on Belvidere's side.
9-1 run. Let's see what Belvedere North has as far as the response is concerned. We've seen Nazareth Academy's response in the right arm of Catherine Herta and the digging ability of Jillian Grimes, who has 32 digs. Jillian's sister, Mauve, plays up in Big Rapids at Ferris State. Jillian's going to Michigan, the state of, but to Michigan State. Be close to her sister. And we had a net violation. In the net was Shodich, and what a break for Belvedere, because they were out of that point literally.
Well, the serve is crucial here. Flynn goes to serve just as far as keep the ball in. They've missed their serves.
Here's Herta. Block this time. Scott. This time it was Sant with the dig. Another one for Herta. Number 14 for Catherine.
She was so quiet at the beginning of this set, and even set 2, she was pretty quiet, so it's been pretty awesome to see her just kind of pick up the lead. You expect that from a player of her caliber.
Messenger mistimed her jump. That threw off Naz, so a free ball here. That ball is out. Point for Naz. A misfire for Ava Irvin. And Herta will serve up 3. Scott wants it, calls for it, gets it. And an incredible dig from Salata. Well, it looked like it bounced off her twice. That ball won't make it over, though, from Grimes. That ball hit, I thought, Salata's hand and then her chest and popped up, but she got away with it, but the point still goes to Belvedere North. And they'll bring Leiter back in. Messenger sits, Leiter to serve. Good serve. And Betke tipped it over the net, but out of bounds. And that's a big break for Nazareth.
It was. Becky was being aggressive, seeing the ball coming over, thinking she was going to be able to just end the point, but in that case, just a little too much outside.
Scott, and that ball is in. Well, you think they just, easier said than done, slide that block over a little bit.
That's one thing that's really hard about defending the Penn hitters is if you make that adjustment, depending on the skill of the hitter you're going against, they might really enjoy that adjustment you've made and just keep on going.
Leiter's bump set was off the mark. Out of bounds. Point for Belvedere North. They're back to within 1. Scored 3 of the last 4 points, the Blue Thunder. Here's Ava Irvin. Scott, good dig from Reed. Stepping up big time. Scott again. Good cover underneath from Sant. Betke. Grimes responds. Jillian Grimes, 33 digs. Most of them spectacular in nature.
Just her dominance back there, how frustrating as a hitter, but how encouraging for your team knowing that you're going to get that dig and be able to transition kill.
20-18, serving is Shodich. Betke hits it into the net. And Nazareth in control now, up by 3. Scott with her 18th kill of the night. And she'll serve. Catherine Sant. And she has really come on strong. She's got 8 kills now.
Her kills have always been when her team needs it most. You know, she's not leading the team in kills, but when they need it to take the lead or just get a little bit ahead, she has it.
Scott from the back. And there's Abby Reed with an outstanding dig. Back the other way was Ava Irvin. Herta. Kill for Catherine, number 15.
For Herta, nice high swing there, using the block of Belvedere North just enough, and that's so hard to defend when it goes off high hands like that.
Everybody up on both sides. Flynn chose Potter, and Potter hit the net. Championship point, 5 of them to play with. History for Naz Academy, 1 point away. Betke gets Belvedere to 20.
Well, if there's anybody on Belvidere's side that you want having the ball right now, I think it would be Betke.
Outside to Leiter. Leiter. 24-21.
Well, Nazareth having Herta in the front row, left side. This is where she's most powerful.
Here's Herta. Incredible dig by Irvin. They'll go back to Catherine. Naz Academy. Celebrate history. They came oh so close in 19, losing to eventual champion Sterling in the semifinals. This year they don't settle for anything less than the best. Nazareth Academy, your 3A state champs. Trophy presentation, our player of the game from Country Financial coming up next. You're watching Illinois Championship Volleyball on the NFHS Network.
They ask, why are you training more?
They tell me it's just a game that we already practiced.
I know. It takes dedication to earn greatness.
I might fall,
but I won't give up.
I have to work for it.
I put the time in to be better.
I didn't hope for it, I worked for it.
Champions keep going when others stop. So?
I don't stop.
I didn't hope for it.
I worked for it.
Instant classic, Coach? Can we call it that?
Yes.
That was fun.
It was.
Best match of the tournament up to this point. What an effort you feel for Belvedere North because they seemingly had this. They were up big midway through this second set, but Nazareth Academy, we said, hit on the back of Kathleen Herta, and that's exactly what her team did. But I have a feeling you're going someone else as we name the Country Financial Player of the game.
I am. Jillian Grimes. She had 35 digs this evening. She was so incredibly fun to watch in the back row, but she was so important to her team. The reason they were able to run transition balls, be able to be confident that the ball was going to be coming back was her digs and be able to take that leadership.
I'm going to check with the IHSA. We don't have the records in front of us, but 35 digs for a match, that's got to be in the neighborhood?
It's got to be right up there, yep, for sure.
Yeah.
Averaging over 10 digs a set, just phenomenal.
Yeah, it truly was. Well, that was fun to watch. And, you know, when you take a look at Belvedere North, they'll lose. Caitlin Leiter is going to Bradley. Ava Irvin is going to Parkside. Grace Becky is going to Texas Tech. Rachel Scott who's going to UW-Milwaukee. This was a once-in-a-generation, once in a history team for a school like Belvedere North, their first ever trip to state. And so we don't know when they'll be back because that was one loaded team right there, and they're all graduating.
Yeah, and they were really fun to watch, and they were so competitive. You know, they weren't huge, but they found a way to just compete, and those are the teams that are really fun to watch.
Yep, Jaden Flynn, a senior as well, so those starters will be missed. One of the things they got to enjoy, though, when they left school on what have been Wednesday, the Walk of Champions. You walk and weave your way around the school, and the drum corps leads you, and everybody comes out of the classrooms cheering them on. It's a tradition at Belvedere North. I'm sure they'll do that again, even though they did not win the championship when they get back to school on Monday morning. But for Naz Academy, their first ever state championship, and for Melissa Masterson, turning this program around, taking over. First 2 years, 14 and 18, 13 and 21, and since then, 31, 28, 20, 30 now with this win here, a third and a first. So I would say that Naz officially has arrived on the scene as a volleyball power in Illinois.
Yeah, and starting that tradition when you become a coach and you're building a program, the standard that's been set tonight.
Oh, yes, no doubt about that. And they will lose a lot of seniors as well. Jillian Grimes and Ivy Shodich, Abby Reed. Herta, of course, headed to Indiana. They'll get Salata back, Risley back. Sant will come back. But the big guns will need to be replaced, and those are hard things to do.
They are, but as you build that tradition and that expectation, you'll see players that desire to play and wanting to keep that tradition going.
Yep. Well, as you can see, trophy presentation coming up. 4 teams from Class 3A are out on the court. Joliet Catholic, Normal West, Belvedere North, and your champion, Naz Academy. The IHSA getting them lined up, and this is what you play for right here. Get a trophy, to get a medal, to get to stand on that stage and be recognized for your efforts. Let's send it on over to the public address announcer. I believe this will be Dawn Davis taking you through the trophy presentation here at Redbird Arena. High school volleyball presented by Country Financial.
representing Division 7. Katie Jackson of Taylor Ridge, Rockridge, an at-large member. And Tom Schumann of Chicago De La Salle, an at-large member. It's now time for the IHSA Volleyball Trophy presentation brought to you by Country Financial. At this time, let's meet the Angels of Joliet Catholic Academy. They finished the 2021 season in 4th place with a final record of 27 wins and 15 losses. First, meet the principal of Joliet Catholic Academy High School, Jeff Bud. Athletic Director Jim O'Brien. Girls Athletic Coordinator Tina Kinsella. And trainer Saul Ramirez. Now let's meet the coaching staff. Head coach Keisha Cameron. Assistant coach Jesse Aquino. Assistant coach Don July. Assistant coach Amanda Tinkerman. And assistant coach Mary Lou Cavalani. And now for the players, senior Olivia Oscar. Senior number 2, Jenna Bowman. Senior number 3, Isabella Dixon. Another senior number 4, Samantha Horn. Senior number 5, Natalie Kent. Senior number 6, Riley Luckett. Senior number 7, Crystal Galvin. A junior number 8, Lauren Hartwell. Sophomore number 9, Jessica Horn. A freshman number 10, Ellie Hunting. A junior number 11, Eva Bushman. A senior number 12, Alex Mines. Excuse me, Alexis Mines. A senior number 13, Lillian Ray. A junior number 14, Emma Bias. A freshman number 15, Olivia Schumann. Assistant coach Ryan Bowman. And Annie Mahalik. With the coach Keisha Cameron and the captains of the Joliet Catholic Academy, please come forward to receive the 4th place trophy. At this time, please meet the Wildcats of Normal Community West. Who finished the 2021 season in 3rd place with a final record of 32 wins and 7 losses. the trainer, Colleen Daniels. And now let's meet your coaching staff. Head coach, Kelsey Mueller. Assistant coach, Amy Floyd. Assistant coach, Anna Hartman. And assistant coach, Jonathan Bennett. And now, let's meet the players. A junior number 1, Ella Lloyd. A junior number 4, Jocelyn Gale. A senior number 5, Lillian Lay. A senior number 7, Cordova Vidar. A freshman number 8, Ellie Brink. A sophomore number 9, Sydney Hernandez. Senior number 10 is Avery Hernandez. Junior number 11, Sydney Sennett. Sophomore number 12, Natalie Linney. Junior number 13, Leah Swingler. Senior number 14, Alana Blanks. Junior number 15, Rachel Davis. Junior number 16, Kayla Watkins. Junior number 18, Emma Reed. Junior number 20, Ashlyn Hicks. Junior manager is Kylie Watkins. And the sophomore manager, Brianne Couple. Will Coach Kelsey Mueller and the captains of Normal Community West High School please step forward to receive the third place trophy. At this time, let's meet the Belvedere North Phillies of Belvidere, Illinois, who finished the 2021 season in second place with a final record of 39 wins and 3 losses. First, let's meet the principal of Belvedere North High School, Jim Friesma. Athletic Director, Jody Flynn. And now, let's meet the coaches. Head coach, Amanda Rizza. Assistant coach, David Jacobson. Assistant coach, Mike Siciliano. The cadet, Cecilia. And now, let's meet the players. Senior number 1, Caitlin Leiter. The senior number 2, Ava Urban. A sophomore number 4, Bree Messenger. Anderson. And the captain